Okay, everyone. So right now you are looking at the presentations slide for our first video lesson. And in this slide presentation, you are going to learn some of an interesting skill. Anyway, if you look at the title of our lesson, which is about the Unit 4 at the doctor office. And this is the lesson 2 of our unit 4. In this lesson, you can open your blueprint book to page 50. You will see what you are about to learn. If you open your book, there are conversations between a doctor and a patient, and you will learn some of the symptoms to describe your sickness. Last but not least, it is a skill that you will need to improve your reading. So without any further ado, everyone, let's look at our first activity, which is to listen to the conversation.
Track 25. Hi, Robin. What seems to be the problem?
Well, doctor, I've had nausea for the last 2 days. I can't keep anything down.
Have you had any other symptoms? Headache, fever, body aches, anything like that?
Yes, I had a stomach ache and body aches yesterday. They're gone now. I feel a little better, but I still can't eat.
Have you eaten any bad-tasting food recently, especially chicken, eggs, or seafood?
I don't think so. I had lunch the other day at a seafood restaurant, but the food tasted fine.
Well, it sounds like food poisoning to me, but it's hard to know for sure. You're already getting better, so my advice is to rest and drink lots of water or juice.
You can't give me a prescription?
Sorry, the only cure for food poisoning is time. You can buy pills for the nausea at any pharmacy, but it might not help. If your nausea isn't gone in a few days, then call me again.
Okay, everyone, so this is the end of our first activity, which is to listen to this conversation. So in the conversation, I would like to point out one vocabulary, which is prescribe. So prescribe refer to the verb, which means to give a prescription. So what is prescription that the doctor used in this conversation? Prescription is the advice, or it can be the list of medicines that the doctor give to the patient in order to buy the medicines. So in other country, we cannot take the medicines by our own, but we need a prescription, which is the list of medicines that you can take. Alright, everyone, after you learn about those conversations, let's look at some of our vocabulary related to the symptom of the disease. So we have nausea, we have sore throat, body ache, cough, runny nose, fever, congestions, and allergy. So what are the meaning of all these words? Let's look at it one by one. But in this slide, you need to try to guess the meaning of the word by matching the word to its definitions. So let's do it with me all together. So the first one is runny nose. So the keyword is about nose. So look at this. There are two definitions related to your nose. So a blocked nose, maybe not, because we have the word runny. So having liquids come from your nose, yes, it is the definition of the word runny nose. The other one is fever. What does it mean, fever? You are getting ill from specific thing? It's called fever? No. So fever refers to a high body temperatures. The third word, which is congestion. So congestions refer to a blocked nose or trouble breathing through your nose. You find it difficult to breathe, or in Khmer we call tang mok, right? Congestions. The last word on the slide, which is allergy, or someone allergic to something, which means they are getting ill from a specific thing. So we call allergy. Another word, we have nauseous, we have sore throat, body ache, and cough. So nauseous refer to a feeling of sickness, and the symptom of this sickness, you feel like you want to vomit. So sore throat, what does it mean, sore throat? Sore throat refer to a painful feeling in your throat. So throat is a tube in your neck that you breathe the air, or you eat something and it goes through that throat. So sore throat is a painful feeling in your throat. So body ache refer to a pain all over the body. Cough, everyone, which means to push air out suddenly from your throat with a nose, which means it's a symptom of the fever or flus, so it is cough. Alright, so those are the vocabulary in the conversation. But the question is, if you read something or listen to something, I am sure you might not understand some particular word. So what should you do when you don't understand those particular words? For example, in your readings, what should you do? You check the dictionaries, you write it down. So what should you do when you encounter difficult words? If you check the dictionary, you notice your reading will be slower, or in the test you are not allowed to use the dictionary. What should you need? Okay, you need a vocabulary in context skill in order to guess the meaning of those vocabulary. So what is context? So context refers to words or sentences that surround the unknown word, and those sentences will help you get the meaning of the unknown words. Those sentences or words that surrounding those unknown words, it can be a synonym which has the same meaning of the difficult word. So let's look at the example here. John often feels innovated by the heat in April. He actually here, he is too tired to move. So in this situation, you might not understand the word innovated. What does it mean? So if you look at the whole sentence, John often feels innovated by the heat in April. So the effects or the meaning of innovated, which means is too tired to move. So this is the meaning of the word innovated. So in your reading, you have to read a few more lines to get the meaning of those difficult words. The writer may give you an example or the synonym of those difficult words to help you get the meaning of those words, that you don't need to use the dictionary at all. Another way, you can use the antonym. So antonym, which means something that has the opposite meaning to your difficult words. So let's read this example. When you write an email to your friends or your family member, it is okay to use colloquial words. So imagine that you don't understand the word colloquial words. What is it? You don't know. So you read the word, however, writing a paragraph or essay for your school teacher, you must use formal language. So everything that comes after the word however has the opposite meaning of the word colloquials. So if you write an email to your friends or your family member, you can use colloquial word. However, which is the opposite, you use formal word. So the meaning of the colloquial word has the opposite meaning of the word formal language. So doing so will help you get the meaning of the word right here. You don't need to check the dictionary at all. The last word, which is making an inference. Making an inference is kind of making a guess. You try to guess based on all the information here. So if you look at this example, it had been raining hard through the night, so the ground was saturated. The word saturated you might not understand or you don't know the meaning, but the whole context of the situation here can give you the idea of what it likes. So it has been raining hard. It's raining very, very hard. So what happened to the ground? The ground still dry? No. So the meaning of the word saturated, you can guess it's very wet based on the context of the sentence here. Okay, so this is called making an inference. You try to guess the word based on the context of this sentence. The other example here, oh no, it's not the example, it's just the explanation that I explained to you already. So if you read this, it has been raining, which means the ground must be wet, right? So it was raining hard, so this means the ground is probably very wet. So the word saturated, you can guess that is the meaning completely wet. Now that's it for our video lesson today, and I hope you have the skill to improve your reading and your listening skill as well. When you encounter some of those difficult words, you can use a vocabulary in context skill to try to figure out the meaning of your unknown words. So everyone, now it's time to say goodbye and have a nice day, class.